The Intercept has a report here on a new project from the Pentagon that's getting no coverage in the mainstream media, even though it should. They say U.S. military documents reveal new information about an American drone base under construction in Niger. The long-planned project, considered the most important U.S. military construction effort in Africa, according to formerly secret files obtained by The Intercept through the Freedom of Information Act, is slated to cost $100 million and is just one of a number of recent American military initiatives in the impoverished nation. So, super random. They're like, I have an idea. Let's build a drone base in Niger. Hey, $100 million. Sprinkle it on that bitch, and we're done. Isn't that great? Now, the thing that came to my mind as I was reading this is, if this was for any other initiative, people would be asking, how are we going to pay for it? 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 But since it's the military, I feel like military is just walled off in many Americans' minds, and they go, well, we never question that. Why? Why don't you question that? Of course you should question that. We spend more than, the next 10 biggest nations combined on the military, and most of those nations are our allies. Nobody pumped on the brakes to say, whoa, hold on now, what's happening? We have 800 military bases around the world. It costs $100 billion a year to maintain all those military bases. And they're just gleefully building more. Like, yeah, but why not, man? Why not? It's not like we have cities in the U.S. where we can't even get them clean water because the infrastructure is so bad. Yeah, that's actually exactly what's happening. But to be fair, it's not like our overall infrastructure gets a grade of D when experts look into it. Actually, that also is exactly what's happening. So our fucking infrastructure's crumbling here at home. We have disaster on top of disaster. And the government's like, that's nice. Don't care. How about a military base, a drone base specifically, in Niger? And, okay, understand, so now you could say, well, Kyle, they're doing this because they gotta kill the terrorists, god damn it. You got Boko Haram, you got Al-Shabaab. That ain't good. We gotta go after them. Al-Qaeda. Yeah, I hate those groups too. Let's see how effective the drone program is. Whoops. Turns out, not effective in any way. According to internal government memos that leaked, these were the drone papers, we found out that 90% of the time they're getting the wrong people. 90% of the time. We have sworn testimony from former drone operators who said the culture of drone operating is a disaster, and people openly talk about taking out the, quote, fun-sized terrorists. So in other words, you kill a little kid and you go, oh, that's all right. You're going to be a terrorist eventually anyway. What are you going to do? They say people are drunk on the job. Just the list goes on and on of how big of a disaster it is. But we're still building away. Build another drone base for all these disastrous missions that fail time after time. And believe you me, they create more terrorists than they kill. They create more terrorists than they kill. So this is the state of the U.S. at the moment. This is how we decide to spend our resources. It also ends up inflaming hatred against us, and it's not like we could use that money at home for more important things. Time to change it, and this is what we get under a supposedly liberal Democratic administration. Just imagine what the right-wingers would do.